Hello traders, we are starting with tutorial for the Velo data. This is one of the best free tools out there. I really like it because it's so speedy, I can have as many indicators as I want here and it's still gonna act fast. They built their platform and interface so well. One disadvantage of free account is you have 5-second delay. But it doesn't matter because template I will be showing you a tutorial for it is mainly focused on its supplementary technical analysis, order flow and on-chain analysis. I execute trades with other tools, yes, where I see order books, where I see order flow, like in Exocharts, and also where I see liquidity. But this is more like a prediction, we get a lot of predictions from this template, and they most of the time play out correctly. I'll be showing you why. So once you register to Velo, this is free tool. You have multiple options here. We will be doing major time to the chart and to my setup, and then we can have a look at the end of the video on rest of the options for the on-chain. So I'm watching BTC USD pair. Is one of the most important pairs in the world. 1 hour time frame usually. If I'm doing intraday trading, I go into the lower time frames, so I see all these indicators in a bit better resolution. If you want to add any indicator, you will be using this column here for indicators. Most of them are not useful for us, like majority of them are retail indicators. We don't want that, but we have a lot of we have really at least 10 to 15 good options for for our analysis and for much better estimation of the market with subjective view, objective, not subjective. We have also chart options here. I think if you are paid user, you can share a layout. Yeah, I think they added the function. You can enable autosave in case you don't manually save. It's gonna be saving your chart often. When you create your template after me or just with your own, fantasy, then you can create your layout here and save it. Yes. Also, if I push this here, I will be watching pairs on the right. I don't want that. I don't need order books here or anything like that. This is what I need. So we will be starting. So of course we need our main chart here with the candles and volume. You are watching volumes for the exhaustive price action spikes. Most of the time when we do good reversals, we are getting elevated volumes. Yes, because in them we have absorptions and so on. So this is like the first main step you should be adding and watching. Now we will be starting with the aggregated liquidations in dollars. Yes, so each potentially reversal move is having nice liquidations because market will always hunt the liquidity. You know that from my other videos. Market will be always seeking stop losses of people and liquidations. If we now zoom in a bit further, you can see each time we found pivotal top and low, most of the time we had large liquidations. Yes, like here, over here. Now we are pushing to the upside, a lot of shorts getting destroyed. Again, a lot of liquidations at the top. Huge liquidations. You need to mark all these thresholds. We watch this mainly in the TRDR, which is paid tool, but as a substitute, this is one of the best tools. I think also you can craft 2-3 templates out of the Velo. You don't need to have everything at once. If you want more clarity, like better visibility, you can have 2-3 and spread things together, like volume and liquidations together, and so on. So liquidations are in the first column. Even on 5-minute time frame, you can see all these local volume, local lows crafted with nice liquidations. Usually get at least smaller bounds on nice liquidations. Again, we are now bleeding. So that's that. Now, second column I'm watching. By the way, as a free account, you have limitation. You don't have as much historical data. That's another disadvantage of free account, but it's more than enough. Look here, I can see from 1st of April until today. So it's like 6 weeks of visibility on 1 hour time frame. That's decent. So another metrics here we are watching is now aggregated premium, open interest, weighted average. So this is really cool indicator, very precise, I would say. When it's positive, you know more open interest is open on the long side. When it's negative, you know more open interest is exposed on the short side. Also, you are getting these flips when you are getting major moves in the market. For example, now we were cascading down. Yes, heavy market falls. All those longs were in borrowed money leverage longs up here got destroyed. Market got big drop and you were left, even without any new positions open, more shorts were open, probably from higher. Even a lot of people were shorting at the lows as well. And now you had this prolonged period of more shorts, from the open interest perspective. It is also comparing what is happening on spot markets. So yes, this range was really juicy and we were more on the long side from this range. With other tools, we were getting a lot of confluence to get in longs each time at the lows. Yes, order books were on our side, and now as we push to the upside, you see what is happening. It's time for you to take profits on most longs. Also, you can go into the head shorts. Leverage on the short side now was destroyed. Yes, you can see that also on the liquidations, massive liquidations, and a lot of people were left in longs. You can also use this in conjunction with the funding rates, yes, which is column below. I can go into the more into the past, so you can see how strongly it works. Also in our range here, let's go to 1 day to 6 hour time frame, so we will see more. Yes, maybe even more, 12 hour. All this time, it was prolonged period of the, more shorts in the open interest compared to spot market. And in the end, we were pushing to the upside. Here we had brief periods but market was still strong. So you see, you cannot rely just on one tool. Even here we were pushing still from 35K. Over here we had this was really nice. We went into the negative and then massive push to the upside again. Shorts destroyed. This was our big opportunity at 40K. Again, we went into the negative mode. Over here we were longing a lot of longs, and now market started pushing to the upside. And you see in bull markets, that's what matters. This can be green for prolonged periods of times, but when pullback comes, it's gonna be violent. It's gonna be violent because these resets will be crazy from this open interest. We can go back to a smaller time frame, 4 hour time frame. Also, there was brief period of this negative aggregated premium open interest over here, these regions, and we still push to the upside. Now market got really overheated. Should also backtest these highs here, like world market. You can clearly see we were topping out a lot of times when it was at 0.10, yeah? So you can mark this as a line in your chart. And now market, it's in pullback mode for now because, it's seeing more opportunities. So, this is really cool and good confluence. Now we will be complementing it with the funding rate, and this is aggregated funding rate. By the way, the settings, maybe I didn't show you settings. Nothing changed on settings in the liquidations. We are in dollars. Here we are watching. So even if it says aggregated, this is only disadvantage of the Velo. They don't have as many exchanges. But what needs to be said, they have the most important exchanges. Binance, very important. Bybit, big open interest and volumes. OKEX, of course, most important from Asia. Deribit from, most influential player from the options market. The only thing we are missing to full picture is the CME. If they would add CME, because CME has the largest open interest build-up in the world currently, so that's a bit sad they don't have CME here, but okay, we have most of it, and it's enough for the trading. Funding rate, again, we are watching these most influential exchanges. Funding rate is less, I would say, a bit less reliable, because sometimes you can have negative or positive funding rate, the market will still go certain direction. What is funding rate if you don't know? So funding rate, when funding rate is a mechanism which should be keeping Bitcoin in balance between spot and futures and derivative markets. If Bitcoin is pushing heavily to the upside, and there is a lot of people, if Bitcoin is pushing decently to the upside, like in this case here, but the leverage was pushing even more, you will have positive funding rates because now market was overheating. Maybe I can show you on some real example. That will be the best. So like in this case, we are pushing into our new all-time highs, but you see leverage was also on this indicator as well. Leverage was also participating heavily. In the end, we reached 0.10 at least. Yes, we can zoom in. We were reaching really big, like you can also compare like when Bitcoin, like for here example, we've also found the top here when it was 0.10. So market got really overheated. In the end, we went into the pullback, and part of the, we've got some squaring out in the funding rates. So perpetuals leverage was longing much stronger than spot markets. Spot market were already distributing. So market in the end balanced itself out. This mechanism is working well in a medium to long term. In the end, market will always find the balance. Now we reached again 0.10%, yes, and market is falling into the big pullback, and we did almost 90%, rebalancing on the funding rate. Yes, it's also normal in the bull market funding rate to be elevated, always above 0.01, 0.01, 0.02 is like normal for the Bitcoin, but these big, thresholds are often washed. So again, this was again top. We were in the end going for the pullback as well. 0.10 was reached. He's also working on the other side. So if market is going to the downside and people are over shorting, then they will be very likely punished once we reverse. In bull markets, we are definitely watching for when funding rates are negative. That's the major opportunity for us to go long. Recent examples, I'm on 30-minute time frame. Negative funding rate over here. It's not so visible, so I'll try to change color to something more visible. So we are seeing we've had negative funding rate over here, and then a bit more here as well. So people were overshorting, market was uptrending, absorbing all those shorts. In the end, we pushed to the upside. Even here, people thought it stopped, funding rate negative, they were shorting, and we still continue to the upside until we overheat it properly, like into the 0.01. That's also like nothing crazy. Okay, let's go into the past. So you see, you cannot just rely on funding rate, right? Yeah, like more locally, because now you had neutral funding rates of almost negative, but you still had big push to the downside. So you can't just rely on funding rate, but most of the time it's really like high probability. Over here, prolonged period of negative funding rates. That's what we love during bull markets. Look at here, all these negative funding rates. Even here, people thought it's enough. It's Bitcoin will not push further, more shorts coming in compared, like spot was still buying, and now again bigger pushes to the upside. So market started consolidating when the funding rate was like in normal positions. Here was more local one. 4 hour time frame, maybe I can show you some larger example. It's showing positive here. It's better visible on the TRDR. This is free tool, so it's not showing, but we have had some, I think here, we've had some times when it was negative, it was not showing as much here, but it's okay. So this is the third column I'm using in conjunction with the second column. And of course, another column for me is the aggregated open interest only in the dollars. I want to see if market is opening new positions. 50-minute time frame. I want to see if we are, so because you cannot know from the open interest if you are opening new longs, new shorts, but just from the open interest, I want to see if market is opening new positions or not. Then I will go into the Exocharts or other tools to see what we are currently doing, if new longs are coming, if new shorts are coming, who is offside on the market, who will be possibly squeezed. Yes. So open interest, definitely nice. More locally, if you want more recent examples. We've had a big push to the upside. It's aggregated, yes. We were starting to see larger open interest increases while we were going sideways. Lots of longs, lots of shorts. In the end, we broke the range to the downside, and now our market slowly bled out this open interest. Do you see where we are stopping? This is open interest round trip. When you stop out 80% and more of the newly positioned traders, you will very likely find stability. That's what happened here. We were returning to the previous points, like delta round trips. Yes. Now we go a bit sideways. We had some longs today. Now they already squeezed. Open interest is decreasing. This is not main tool I use for open interest. That tool you will be learning in another video, but I like to have it here, of course. 1 hour time frame. Those are future points where there will be a lot of pain, you know. As like for example here, massive rise in the price. When we go back here, we will be squeezing a lot of people. So this is one of the main setups. It's just very quick tutorial. I'm not going as much into the depth. I just wanted to show you everything I use. There are more setups you will be learning directly from our trade setups in a group. So, but Velo is truly fantastic for this supplemental analysis. You can also turn on VWAPs here and other few things. Also, as the last part of the video, we can go over other parts. So we can go into the futures. Any window here you can like make larger. For example, open interest. I like their interface. So clean. Funding rate, open interest. Binance currently, but that's not options market. So we are watching the largest exchanges. More locally, this is CVD. So we are seeing who is selling the most, the heaviest. This is 21st of April. A lot of selling on Binance currently. They are the heaviest seller in the market. We've seen that most of the time. They already sold like at these lows 3.5 billion. So that's also useful to watch over here. Liquidations, those are like normal things you can find in other places as well. This is, by the way, interesting column. You can go into smaller time frame and see which session is actually giving you the largest returns. So currently Bitcoin, so this is the start of May, the London session. You see it was going mainly sideways, but if you wanted just from the statistical perspective, US session when cash opened was giving you the most returns on a Bitcoin, and Asia and London actually were the biggest sellers at the beginning of the May, and now they are slowly uptrending. So Asia is also like buying Bitcoin a lot all this May, and London actually also nicely uptrending, but the biggest performer was definitely US. Can go further. Futures. Options market. For option market understanding, you need good knowledge. It's nothing special here. We watch options, by the way, on the daily bit, not here. There is very clear, much cleaner than here. We can have a look on market. This is also very cool tab here. You can see who is performing the best. So you can see the daily performers, people. You can quickly find out what is trending well when Bitcoin is doing nothing. You can go to 1 month. Still people. Bonk. Open interest changes. Market volume. It's not so. Funding heat map. This is also useful, so you can see all. If market, because we've had some like this 1 month, it's not even visible, but before everything was overheated. Sometimes Bitcoin has positive funding rate, but also every alt. There's often times when we have some big pullbacks. Market is really looking very healthy for now. Only Pepe was signaling here. And final column is the traditional. By the way, I like the black mode here. CME, a lot of CME info. Yeah, options. A lot of options activity on Bitcoin market. So that's about it. I mostly use this Velo for charts, for this chart. And if you don't have access to paid tools, definitely make sure to use that. If you have any questions about this Velo or just this template, let me know. I hope this tutorial was useful. If you like it, just give it a like and join our Discord, and see you in the group. Bye.